Guys, interesting day. We have the stock market breaking down, S&P breaking down, we have gold breaking down, silver breaking down, yet we have Bitcoin bouncing. So today I want to speak around the Bitcoin chart. I want to show you guys new liquidity areas that have just come up. I want to speak around a bear flag, and I obviously want to speak around the current target that I'm waiting for right now. Has this move or anything changed my mind? I'm Sheldon. Welcome to Sniper Trading, and let's jump straight into it. So let's get into it. We are seeing a pullback down in the futures. We are seeing in the S&P. So we're starting to get a nice little move down. We did speak about this last week, about a pullback. We are now currently around 2.8% down. We did have a wick down of around 4%, okay? But as I look at this, I'm not seeing much support until we see a possible another drop down. So I do think as it stands now, there's no major reason that I'm seeing a bounce just yet. I'm seeing a lot of bounce areas in the zone over here. So still around another 3-4% to the downside. Anything that will change my mind will be a little bit of a breakup in these areas, which I'll highlight to you guys in future videos. Gold is breaking down, right? And gold is at a critical area. To show you guys where gold's at, we're at 4,100. We lose this level, next supports are down over here, right? So this is an important support for gold, okay, as well as silver. Silver actually doesn't have much support right now. We're looking down at 60, possibly even the mid-50s. So I'm showing you this now because this is still not looking pretty great, right? So we still have to keep this in the back of our mind that, yes, we would love crypto to be different, but ultimately, we need to pay attention to what's currently happening. Now, we have had a Bitcoin bounce. We had CPI come out earlier, okay? That gave a nice little reaction to Bitcoin itself, okay? But the first thing that I really want to go through here is first the pattern. Right? I have two different ideas of what I'm seeing right now. So the first one is the bear flag pattern, basically saying, hey, before we think we go bullish or we're going to have a push up higher, just remember the pattern that we are in. We are in a bear flag, right? We have basically made our way down and we are chopping around in this area here. So we could actually play around a little bit. Now, again, when I shot the video yesterday, we started breaking down. We tagged the $61,000 zone, and now we've had a bounce up. And we are sitting in the mid-range. Okay, so the first scenario, before I jump back to this chart, is this one over here, right? It's a secondary trend line that I have, basically taking it from this top area here all the way down, a nice 3-touch trend. This could possibly be a 4-touch, right? Indicating that, hey, this bounce is just retesting mid-range over here, and we are looking for that leg to the downside. Okay, now what I'm trying to do is I want to try prove everything to see, is there another scenario, or should I just leave my limit orders for now sitting at 57, 58,000? Right? What should I change my mind? Right? And again, I have to see a lot of confidence for me to do so. Now, seeing the stock markets and everything very bearish, I'm automatically like, just be patient, right? But secondly, play out the scenarios. So here's the first one here, okay, where we are actually a lot closer to the bigger move than what we think, right? We are seeing a possible breakout here. If we see a breakout, we could be seeing a push up to these areas over here. Okay, if not, and we see a rejection, what we really want to see over the next couple of hours is we want to see us start to lose the 61,000. And that for me is that push down. And then, like I said, we start pushing up. Now, again, an important part that I'm paying attention to is when we go sideways, we do want to pay attention to liquidity, right? Liquidity for me, if I see a bounce, but I see there's a reason that there's a bunch of liquidity there, sometimes it can be a fake move to capture liquidity. Right? When I see no liquidity anywhere and I see a move happening, that for me is kind of a little bit more of a real move. So when we've had a big move down, you tend to see a lot of liquidity pools sitting in the top and the bottom of those who have bought and those that have been short, right? So you're seeing these two areas. So sometimes the market chops around to chop both up and then wants to make the real move up or make the real move. Okay, so for now, this is the one play, the two plays, one break up here, one break up down. And it is telling us in the next couple of hours, we should be seeing the direction we're going. Okay, now I want to come back to this one over here, liquidity, right? I marked out the liquidity pools to keep it nice and simple for us. On the 24-hour, we're still sitting with liquidity. Even though we dropped earlier to 61 or 60,800, we did not hit the liquidity pool, right? The liquidity is still sitting lower. So that for me was quite interesting. Why did we not grab the liquidity and then bounce up? If I saw that all of this was gone, and then I saw a bounce up, then I'll be like, okay, maybe we do want to go reach that high liquidity first, right, before possibly wanting to go down again. Or we want to push up to the late 70s, right, or the late 60,000s. So as I zoom out here, this is still here, right? I zoom out to the 48-hour, okay? This is sitting here. So we're sitting with these two pools right now, right? One is sitting at 64,000, okay? And then again, as we start going a little bit higher up, you'll see the pool sitting at around 67,000, high up over here. Right? There's a big pool here. And like I said, the longer we sit here for weeks and weeks, this should add up a lot. Right? We should maybe, if markets look good, we could see a possible push to 80K end of the year, but we're very far from that. Which gets me to this point over here, this bear flag. Now, this bear flag basically makes me understand where the liquidity is sitting, right? And it's basically saying, hey, there's actually a scenario where we want to go to 64,000 first, and then possibly go down to our targets, right? And it's also telling me that anything kind of above here, right, changes the thesis a little, right? Shows us that on the weekly time frame, and I just want to show you guys the weekly candle. Just clear this up here, right? We started to get that little pin bar, right? And the break of that little flag that I just showed you now could actually squeeze us up here and possibly give us that volume spike we're looking for. Okay, so there is that scenario that we'll wait to see over the next couple of days, right? But if we don't break through it, it's literally just grabbing the liquidity. So this is the second scenario, right? Where we basically push up here and then we start pushing our way back down and we start making our way to our target, right? So again, is this telling me, hey, change your idea, we're not going to 58,000 anymore? Now remember, 58,000 is the big weekly fib. That's where I'm paying attention to, right? Big weekly horizontal support. Okay, I know it can take a little bit of time this week, and we haven't seen a crazy amount of buying power anywhere here just yet. So it's possibly sitting at this area here. I'd like to see a drop and a big buy up inside of this week, right? For now. Okay, then let's zoom back in here and go back to the. So again, is it changing my mind? No. For now, I still have starter positions. I'm buying some spots, I'm buying some long term, and I'm buying a couple of starting trade positions over here. And I do have a stop loss around the 56,500, right? That's kind of my idea right now. Nothing is changing my mind just yet. Where I do change my mind, however, and possibly look at something different, is if we start breaking through the 64,000. So again, this play could be a nice little push up, and then we can start making our way to the downside. Okay, now the next thing that's quite interesting is Bitcoin dominance. This has pushed up, right? The moment we've seen a bounce, but the moment we see a Bitcoin rejection, we're seeing downwards in the dominance, right? Which again is telling me that, hey, Bitcoin catch-up play can happen again. If we start pulling back, we might see a little bit more damage on Bitcoin, right? And a little bit less on altcoins, except the ETH and the Solanas and the major altcoins. I kind of see all of those really get dragged. But we are still sitting at a big resistance on dominance. So that's also quite interesting for me to say, hey, bears are still a little bit in control, and there still might be that catch-up on Bitcoin that we are looking for, right? I'm excited to get some buys lower down at those areas. I'm hoping we bounce there, but if not, then we'll look at the next scenarios. Again, when it comes to Ethereum, dominance kind of just hovering around. So is anything changing my mind on ETH? This is still my kind of idea on ETH. Okay, if I look at the total three, I just want to show you guys altcoins, right? The bears are still very much in control here. So if you take this top trend line, right, and you see the flag that the alts are in, right, they're definitely in a flag. So again, bullish is up here, right? For now, this is a bear wall all the way this area over here. So still very much this in place. So as I zoom out here, just to show you guys, here we go. That for me is still the play for now. Okay, over there. And then same thing for ETH, that's still the play, right? For Solana, that's still the play for now. Okay, I got the top trends in. If I see anything, I will be bringing out another video. There's my injective plays down over there, right? There's Zcash on the retest, still possibly, hopefully getting some earlier entries in this area over here. So again, we've seen a bounce, yes. I just want to see volume. Just want to show you guys volume. The next 4-hour candle is quite interesting. The one we've just formed now. This might be the one that we push up over here. Okay, but volume, if I look at volume, it's still kind of tapering down. So a nice little small green candle forming over there. We're not seeing a monstrous spike. We're not seeing a spike like this, right, over here. However, we are getting close to this trend, which is telling me over the next 12 hours or so, we should see some volume coming. Right? Which means it's either a hard rejection, okay, or it is a push up into this area over here, and then possibly a rejection. Right? So it's quite interesting to see what is coming. So for now, guys, all we are doing is chasing probabilities, right? Looking for the most confluence, and everything I'm seeing with the move right now is still telling me that majority of my tools are telling me, hey, be patient, limit orders a little bit lower down, right? Don't allow the chop to change your mind. Don't allow the emotions to drive you crazy. Keep it down there for now. We're in a flag. If anything changes, once the flag starts to break out, we can start looking at the next plan. Guys, enjoy the content. Smash the like button. Smash the subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Lots of love. Bye-bye.